A well-known person once said, "I love you, but I don't need you." And that seems callous. But what does it mean? What does it feel like? Is there a right way to love someone without getting hurt? The Stoics say yes. In fact, they have some surprisingly modern ideas about relationships and heartbreak. So in today's episode, we are going to learn the Stoic way to love. In today's episode, we're going to learn the Stoic way to love. We often think love means wanting another person more than anything else in the world. But the Stoics say true love is actually quite the opposite. See, the key to Stoic love isn't just about accepting the other person. And what does it mean to treat someone well? To me, it means listening to them, really listening to them, trying to understand their perspective, being empathetic towards them, having compassion for them. It means treating them with respect, even when we disagree with them, even when we're frustrated with them, even when they've done something wrong. Have you ever been in an argument with someone you love? Maybe you've said things you didn't mean, or done things you later regretted. After the argument is over, you might find yourself feeling guilty or ashamed or just plain sad. In his letter to the Romans, Paul says, "Love does no harm to its neighbor." Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law. And dreams, even if that means that they'll be gone for long stretches of time. Let's say your partner wants to take a big risk, like quitting their job to pursue a new career or moving to a new city to be closer to their family. Subscribe for more videos on the Stoic way to love. On the one hand, you might be scared to lose them. You might worry that they'll be happier without you. But on the other hand, you know that they deserve to pursue their own happiness, that they deserve to chase their own dreams. What do you do in this situation? The Stoics say that in moments like these, we need to step back and ask ourselves what love actually means. Is love about holding on tight and never letting go? Or is love about letting go and allowing the other person to pursue their own path? If you truly love someone, the Stoics say, then you'll choose the latter. You'll choose to let go and allow them to pursue their own path, because that's what love is all about. It's about connection, about shared values, about mutual respect and care. And most importantly, it's about acceptance. It's about accepting the other person for who they are and allowing them to be free. Or maybe it looks like encouraging them to pursue opportunities that are outside of your comfort zone. Or maybe it looks like supporting them through their struggles and helping them pick themselves up when they fall. When we love someone, we want the best for them. We want them to be happy, healthy, and fulfilled. And we're willing to make sacrifices and endure difficulties to help them achieve those things. But love also means being honest, even when it's hard. It means speaking up when something bothers us, when we feel disrespected, or when we see the other person doing something harmful. Love isn't about being in love all the time. It's about being there for the other person when they need us, when they're going through tough times, when they're struggling to do the right thing. Sometimes love means giving the other person space, allowing them to make their own decisions and face the consequences of those decisions. It means trusting them to do the right thing, even when we don't agree with them. Sometimes love means letting go of our need to control the other person, letting go of our need to make them into something that they're not, letting go of our need to be in love all the time. You might want to make things right, but you're not sure how. Because that's what love is all about. It's not just about feeling good or being happy all the time. We could be facing greater challenges than this. We could have said or done worse things. And we should also remember that the other person is just like us, imperfect and struggling to do their best. With that in mind, the Stoics say we should take 3 steps. First, we should forgive ourselves. Why did they say or do the things they did? What might they be struggling with? We should recognize that we're all human and that we're all capable of making mistakes. Second, we should try to understand the other person's perspective. And third, we should reach out to them in kindness. Let them know that you're open to talking, that you're willing to listen. And if it feels right, let them know that you care about them. Love is about connection, about shared values, about mutual respect and care. And most importantly, love is about acceptance. By forgiving ourselves and the other person, by trying to understand their perspective and reaching out to them with kindness, we can turn a negative experience into a positive one. We can turn a moment of weakness into a moment of growth. It's about recognizing their worth and dignity and humanity. And that's what love is all about, embracing the other person, including their flaws and their mistakes, and working together to create something beautiful. It's also about actively valuing them, even when we disagree with them, even when we're frustrated with them, even when they've done something wrong. The Stoics say we should still treat them with respect and kindness. Because at the end of the day, they're still a human being just like us, trying to figure out this whole life thing. Just like us, they deserve our empathy and our understanding. And he replied, "Stop having opinions about things. We want the other person to look a certain way, or act a certain way, or say a certain way. We create it through our actions, through our choices, through the way we treat the people in our lives." So yes, the Stoics do believe in a kind of practical love, a love that's rooted in action and virtue. But they also believe in a more transcendent kind of love, a love that unites us with all people, a love that transcends the boundaries of our own immediate desires and needs. This is the idea that only our judgments about things cause us to suffer. It's something we cultivate every day through our interactions with other people. And yes, this means that sometimes we have to let go of our need to be in love, to be attached, to be connected. But it also means that we open ourselves up to the possibility of loving more deeply and more fully. The Stoics would say that we cannot control other people. We can't control their behavior or their feelings or their thoughts. All we can control is our reaction to those things. The job of the philosopher, according to Epictetus, is to distinguish between things that are in our control and things that are not in our control, and then to put our energy into the things that are up to us and not worry about the things that aren't. So if we apply this to love, it might mean letting go of our need to control the other person, letting go of our need to make them into something that they're not. But what if instead of trying to change them, or trying to control them, or trying to make them into something that they are not, we just accepted them as they were? Now that sounds a little bit too easy and even unhelpful, right? But I think Diogenes had a point. Because what if we tried to apply this simple advice to our love lives? Isn't this just a call for indifference? Well, not exactly. Let me explain. There is a story about Diogenes the Cynic, who was asked by one of his students, "How should I deal with my emotions?" You know, when it comes to romantic love, we spend so much time wanting things to be a certain way. This idea of not trying to control others is central to Stoicism. But wait, doesn't this sound cold and unemotional? This is what Marcus Aurelius says in Meditations. You could have treated him better, because he is a fellow human being, doing the best he can. This is why the Stoics say that love isn't something we find, it's something we create. This is the idea that love isn't just a feeling, it's a practice. So what does this look like in practice? How do we put this into action in our actual relationships? Well, here's one example. Well, the Stoics say that in these moments, we should remember that things could always be worse. This approach might seem counterintuitive, but it can be incredibly powerful. In fact, the Stoics say that this kind of love is the highest form of love, the kind of love that unites us with the divine. What does this look like in practice? Well, maybe it looks like letting the other person pursue their own goals. I know this might all sound pretty abstract, so let me give you a concrete example. And that, my friends, is the Stoic way to love. Thank you so much for watching.